Arizona. I believe so. I did not miss you. But what is up? Welcome in. Okay. Welcome in, welcome in. How'd you put them in their place? Gentlemen, what's up? Hi, Donk. Oh, snap, my boy Dre is live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be reading through Job, chapter 3 through 6 today. So let's get turned over to that. Judges Job. Let me see. Job, chapter 3. How you doing today, Michael? These freaking flies, yo. Okay. A life is innocent, do not suffer. Chapter 4. Then a life is the Temanite answered, if one ventures a word with you, will you become impatient? But who can refrain from speaking? Verse 3. Behold, you have admonished many, and you have strengthened weak hands. Verse 4. Your words have helped the tottering to stand, and you have strengthened feeble knees. But now has come to you, it has come to you, you are impatient, and it touches you, and you are dismayed. Is not your fear of God your confidence, and the integrity of your ways your hope? Remember now, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the upright destroyed? According to what I have seen, those who plow iniquity and those who sow trouble harvest it. By the breath of God they perish, and by the blast of his anger they come to an end. The roaring of the lion and the voice of the fierce lion, our teeth of the young lions, are broken. A lion perishes for lack of prey, and the whelps of the lioness are scattered. Now a word was brought to me stealthily, and my ear received a whisper of it. Amid disquieting thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falls on men, dread came upon me, and trembling, and made all my bones shake. Then a spirit passed by my face, the hair of my flesh bristled up. It stood still, but I could not discern its appearance. A form was before my eyes. There was silence, then I heard a voice. Can mankind be just before God? Can a man be pure before his Maker? He puts no trust even in his servants, and against his angels he charges error. How much more who dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, who are crushed before the moth. Between morning and evening they are broken in pieces. Unobserved, they perish forever. Is not their tent cord plucked up within them? They die yet without wisdom. God is just. Chapter 5. Call now, is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For anger slays the foolish man. I have seen the foolish taking root, and I cursed his abode immediately. His sons are far from safety, they are even oppressed in the gates. Ooh. And there is no deliverer. His harvest the hungry devour, and take it to a place of thorns, and the schemer is eager of their wealth. For affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble sprout from the ground. For man is born for trouble, as sparks fly upward. But as for me, I would seek God, and I would place my cause before God. What does great and unsearchable things, wonders without number? He gives rain on the earth, and sends water on the fields, so that he sets on high those who are lowly. And those who mourn are lifted to safety. He frustrates the plotting of the shrewd, so that their hands cannot attain success. He captures the wise by their own shrewdness, and the advice of the cunning is quickly thwarted. By day they meet with darkness, and grope at noon as in the night. But he saves from the sword of their mouth, and the poor from the hand of the mighty. So the helpless has hope, and unrighteousness must shut its mouth. Behold, how happy is the man whom God reproves. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty, for he inflicts pain and gives relief. He wounds, and his hands also heal. From 6 troubles he will deliver you. Even in 7, evil will not touch you, and in famine he will redeem you from death. And in war, from the power of the sword, you will be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, and you will not be afraid of violence when it comes. You will laugh at violence and famine, and you will not be afraid of wild beasts. For you will be in a league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field will be at peace with you. At peace with you, at peace with you. You will know that your tent is secure, for you will visit your abode and fear no loss. You will know also that your descendants will be many, and your offspring as the grass of the earth. You will come to the grave in full vigor, like the stacking of grain in its season. Behold, this we have investigated it, and so it is. Hear it and know for yourself. Job's friends are no help. Chapter 6. Then Job answered, Oh, that my grief were actually weighed, and laid in the balances together with my calamity. For then it would be heavier than the sand of the seas. Therefore my words have been rash. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. Their poison my spirit drinks. The terrors of God are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray over his grass, or does the ox low over his fodder? Can something tasteless be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? My soul refuses to touch them. They are like loathsome food to me. Oh, that my request might come to my pass, and that God would grant my longing. Would that God were willing to crush me, that he would loose his hand and cut me off. But it is still my consolation, and I rejoice in unsparing pain, that I have not denied the words of the Holy One. What is my strength that I should wait? And what is my end that I should endure? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh bronze? Is it that my help is not within me, and that deliverance is driven from me? For the despairing man there should be kindness from his friend, so that he does not forsake the fear of the Almighty. My brothers have acted deceitfully like a wadi, like the torrents of wadis, which vanish, which are turbid because of ice, and into the snow melts. When they become waterless, They are silent, and when it is hot, they vanish from their place, their paths of their course wind along. They go up into nothing and perish. The caravans of Tema looked, the travelers of Sheba hoped for them. They were disappointed, for they had trusted. They came there and were confounded. Indeed, you have now become such. You see a terror and are afraid. Have I said, give me something, or offer a bribe for me, from your wealth, or deliver me from the hand of the adversary, or redeem me from the hand of the tyrants? Teach me, and I will be silent, and show me how I have erred. How painful are honest words! But what does your argument prove? Do you intend to reprove my words, when the words of one in despair belong to the wind? You would even cast lots for the orphans, and barter over your friend. Now please look at me and see if I lie to your face. Desist now and let there be no injustice. Even desist, my righteousness is yet in it. Is there injustice on my tongue? Cannot my palate discern calamities? Chapter 7. Job's life seems futile. Is not man forced to labor on earth, and are not his days like the days of a hired man? As a slave who pants for the shade, and as a hired man who eagerly waits for his wages, so am I allotted months of vanity, and nights of trouble are appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I arise? But the night continues, and I am continually tossing until dawn. My flesh is clothed with worms and a crust of dirt. My skin hardens and runs. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, and come to an end without hope. Remember that my life is but breath. The eye will not again see good. The eye of him who sees me will behold me no longer. Your eyes will be on me, but I will not be. When a cloud vanishes, it is gone. So he who goes down to Sheol does not come up. He will not return again to his house, nor will his place know him any more. Therefore I will not restrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain in the bitterness of my soul. Am I the sea or the sea monster, that you set a guard over me? If I say my bed will comfort me, my couch will ease my complaint, then you frighten me with dreams and terrify me by visions, so that my soul would choose suffocation, death rather than my pains. I waste away, I will not live forever. I will not live forever. Leave me alone, for my days are but a breath. What is a man that you magnify him, and that you are concerned about him, that you examine him every morning, and try him every moment? Will you never turn your gaze away from me, nor let me alone until I swallow my spittle? Have I sinned? What's up, Carol? What have I done to you, O watcher of men? Why have you set me as your target, so that I am a burden to myself? Why then do you not pardon my transgression, and take away my iniquity? For now I will lie down in the dust, and you will seek me, but I will not be. Mm. We're going to stop right there for the Bible study. We'll probably read a little bit more Job in a bit. Any thoughts, guys? So Job is losing some hope here. That's obvious. He says, and come to an end without hope. He's got worms in his flesh, crust of dirt. If he sleeps, he has nightmares and bad visions. His appetite's going to shit. He's going through it. God is great. Driving in my car, just stopped to say hi. Thank you, Carol. How's your day going, Michael? Anything new with you? Is anybody here? I may just be speaking to the Lord here, and that's okay. Okay, we're going to keep reading Job. Bildad says, Carol's still here. What's up? Bildad says, God rewards the good. Don't crash. Chapter 8, verse 1. Then Bildad the Shuhite answered, how long will you say these things, and the words of your mouth be a mighty wind? Does God pervert justice, or does the Almighty pervert what is right? If your sons sinned against him, then he delivered them into the power of their transgression. If you would seek God and implore the compassion of the Almighty, if you are pure and upright, surely now he would rouse himself for you and restore your righteous estate. Though your beginning was insignificant, yet your end will increase greatly. Please inquire of past generations and consider the things searched out by their fathers, for we are only of yesterday and know nothing. Because of our days on earth are as a shadow, will they not teach you and tell you, and bring forth words from their minds? Can the papyrus grow up without a marsh? Can the rushes grow without water? While it is still green and not cut down, yet it withers before any other plant. So are the paths of all who forget God, and the hope of the godless will perish. Whose confidence is fragile, and whose trust a spider's web. He trusts in his house, but it does not stand. He holds fast to it, but it does not endure. He thrives before the sun, his shoots spread out over his garden. His roots wrap around a rock pile. He grasps a house of stones. If he is removed from his place, then it will deny him, saying, I never saw you. Behold, this is the joy of his way, and out of the dust others will spring. Lo, God of will not reject a man of integrity, nor will he support the evildoers. He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouting. Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the tent of the wicked will be no longer. Boom. Job says there's no arbitrator between God and man, chapter 9. Who we got in here? Type one in the chat if you're here. Jay on my team and he scout. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I love you reading to me. Oh, thank you. What's up, Michael? Chapter 9. Then Job answered, in truth, I know that this is so. But how can a man be right in the right before God? If one wished to dispute with him, he cannot answer him once in 1,000 times. Wise in heart and mighty in strength, who has defied him without harm? It is God who removes the mountains, they know not how. When he overturns them in his anger, who shakes the earth out of its place, and its pillars tremble? Who commands the sun not to shine, and set his seal upon the stars? Who alone stretches out the heavens, and tramples down the waves of the sea? Who makes the bear Orion and the Pleiades in the chambers of the south? Who does great, fathom, unfathomable, and wondrous works without number? Were he to pass by me, I would not see him. Were he to move past me, I would not perceive him. Were he to snatch away, who could restrain him? Who could say to him, what are you doing? God will not turn back his anger. Beneath him crouch the helpers of Rahab. How then can I answer him, and choose my words before him? For though I were right, I could not answer. I would have to implore the mercy of my judge. If I called and he answered me, I could not believe that he was listening to my voice, for he bruises me with the tempest, and multiplies my wounds without cause. He will not allow me to get my breath, but saturates me with bitterness. It is a matter of power. Behold, he is the strong one. And if it is a matter of justice, who can summon him? Though I am righteous, my mouth will condemn me. Though I am guiltless, he will declare me guilty. I am guiltless. I do not take notice of myself. I despise my life. It is all one, therefore I say. He destroys the guiltless and the wicked. If the scourge kills suddenly, he mocks the despair of the innocent. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the face of its judges. If it is not he, then who is it? Now my days are swifter than a runner. They flee away, they see no good. They slip by like reed boats, like an eagle that swoops on its prey. Though I say, I will forget my complaints, I will leave off my sad countenance and be cheerful. I am afraid of all my pains. I know that you will not acquit me. I am accounted wicked. Why then should I toil in vain? Why then should I wash myself with snow and cleanse my hands with lye? Yet you would plunge me into the pit, and my own clothes would abhor me. For he is not a man as I am, that I may answer him, that we may go to court together. There is no umpire between us, who may lay his hand upon us both. Let him remove his rod from me, and let not dread of him terrify me. Then I would speak and not fear him, but I am not like that in myself. Job despairs of God's dealings. Chapter 10. I loathe my own life. I will give full vent to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to God, do not condemn me. Let me know why you contend with me. Is it right for you indeed to oppress, to reject the labor of your hands, and to look favorably on the wicked schemes of the wicked, of the schemes of the wicked? Have you eyes of flesh, or do you see as a man sees? Are your days as the days of a mortal, or your years as man's years, that you should seek for my guilt and search after my sin? According to your knowledge, I am indeed not guilty, yet there is no deliverance from your hand. Your hand fashioned and made me altogether. And would you destroy me? Remember now that you have made me as clay. And would you turn me into dust again? Did you not pour me out like milk and curdle me like cheese? Clothe me with skin and flesh, and knit me together with bones and sinews. You have granted me life and loving kindness, and your care has preserved my spirit. Yet these things you have concealed in your heart. I know that this is within you. If I sin, then you would take note of me, and would not acquit me of my guilt. If I am wicked, woe to me. If I am righteous, I dare not lift up my head. I am sated with disgrace and conscious of my misery. Should my head be lifted up, you would hunt me like a lion, and again you would show your power against me. You renew your witnesses against me, and increase your anger toward me. Hardship and hardship is with me. Why then have you brought me out of the womb? Would that I had died and no eye had seen me. I should have been as though I had not been, carried from womb to womb. Would he not let my few days alone? Withdraw from me that I may have a little cheer, before I go and shall not return, to the land of darkness and deep shadow, the land of utter gloom as darkness itself, of deep shadow without order, and which shines as the darkness. So far rebukes Job, chapter 11. We're gonna chill right there. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, we do Bible studies, talk about God, and we chill and pray. Ugh. Michael, how's your day going, brother? Michael S. We'll walk around. All that it took was one call. Brother, what's the question? Word? God bless you and your coworker, bro. Are you guys both listening? I don't really have thoughts on that, brother. But I'm curious, like, who are the Gnostics, Nazarenes that you're talking about? I'm gonna brush my hair. Now we're talking, brother. Yeah, because I'm interested in that for sure. Mm, mm, mm. I'm curious. I'm curious how they can be a Gnostic Nazarene, but also be the first Christians. Makes me wonder what, like, really it is to be Gnostic. Let me know, bro. I'm gonna take some medicine. So, are you gonna tell me about these Gnostic people? Or are you gonna leave me hanging? Just finished my ashwagandha supply. What's the how do you define Gnosticism modernly? Okay. Take my creatine gummies. Uh, yeah, who, bro? You are bad at discussion, my boy. I want to know who. Give me names, brother. Let's start talking about let's start talking names, bro. Then we can all research these people. You're good, bro. Ugh. We chilling outside now. Michael says, I think going into the text left out of the Bible will show you the true meaning of Gnosis, i.e., Book of Thomas, Book of Mary Mag. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'll look into it, bro. Okay, I'm back. That is weird. So I got to say, but that's weird how like all the apostles were books and they're all denied. Books and they're all denied. They're not used as the word of God. Makes me think that it makes me think like that. Off rip. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you for telling me. Off rip. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you for telling me that. Maybe there's some false truths, but maybe there's a lot of real ones. Or maybe there's dark truths, but maybe there's a lot of good ones too. Can someone look up what Gnostic means? My eyes, sorry, they're itching. Gnosis. What does Gnosis mean? To know? Is that what it means? No way that's what it means. No way. It literally means to know. It means like the knowledge. They're called the knowledge gospels. And why are they hidden? Gnosis believe that humans are essentially divine souls trapped in material bodies, and that Gnosis allows them to escape this imprisonment and return to their spiritual origins. What's up, Gabriella? Gnostic means relating to knowledge, especially mystical or esoteric spiritual knowledge. Oh, yeah. Yes, the pleroma. What's the pleroma? The true water heaven. I've never heard of this. This is cool though. This sounds really cool. Sounds amazing. Um, yeah, makes sense why they're not. Hey Rio, what's up? Say hi to the stream. They're saying hey. They're not the gods of this world. We come from the Father. That's Thales, the Greek philosopher theory. Water. Greek philosopher theory. Water. How you doing today, Gabriella? Yes, he is the only god of the pleroma. Interesting. What is the pleroma? The God of Christ. Interesting. So it sounds like it's going into the idea that Jesus wasn't like actually God, but like He was just one with God. That's where it gets iffy. And I have to read it myself. I have to see. I'm gonna see for myself because I'm gonna find out for myself and not take the word of someone else. I'm vibing, I'm thriving, no cap, and chill. Battery full, I'm charged for real. Yeah, that's right. True, we could do some freestyling today. We could do some freestyling today. You may. Hmm. It's really intriguing me, but it definitely holds weight that the apostles might be saying this. Hmm. Yeah, I'd be careful too, but I haven't ever say the word Yahweh. No, the Father. What is your point? Mm. No, the Father. No name. What do you mean? The way you talk, bro, is funny. You talk funny. Like, why are you typing in all caps? By the way, there's no need to be yelling. I like it though. I like the all caps because I speak facts. Ultimate truth has to be capitalized. Gnostics pleroma, the real spiritual home beyond this busted simulation. Gnostics are not a false sect that abounding in Christianity the first couple of years. They're not false, okay? I'm hearing you. Man, somebody gotta send me that, bro, to read. I wanna get a bunch of hardbacks. I found this one on Amazon, but it's not a hardback. But I wanna get one. Open in prison. Ah, false you, man. Okay. We'll have to see about that. It's possible, maybe true. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how that could make sense. You would have to, if you said Jesus was, you'd be against like Genesis and parts of the Bible that would make you a heretic. For example, like how it speaks in plural, referencing multiple people being God, things like that. I also don't need Jesus to be full, but Christians get fullness through Jesus Christ. That is right. And modern excuses cover what they truly are. I would encourage everybody to read for yourselves what it is, because Okay, Michael. Yeah, that can be an issue. You say they don't fully accept Christ. Now that this is intriguing to me. Low res aroma, all that shit hard. But my soul knows truth in the holy persona. Okay, okay, Gabrielle, I see you. Mm, 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 mm. This I know that Jesus Christ is fully man and God. Yeah, that's what I believe. Hmm. My mind, I'll just have to see for myself. I really want to read it, but we would just have to wait on that. Now I'm gonna scream and I shout. It's good to learn other religions. Yeah, Jesus Christ is King. It is. I'm definitely a omniist, an omniist. I think is what it's called. I think there's truth in all religions to a certain extent, and when you find the truth of one thing, you learn what isn't the truth of another. Finding a truth within a falsality. The god of this world is the dragon. Who is that dragon? I've never heard of that. Who did Michael defeat? That's a good question. In Revelations, I'm not sure. Yadaboath. Some demon, huh? Yes, Satan. Those who pick Jesus will go with him, the rest of them, well, they chose. How does one expect to make a reality if you can't do it here? What's your point? That's right. Satan is the accuser. Has anyone read the Gnostic Gospels? Type 1 in the chat. I know you have, Michael. Michael S., Carol, Gabriella, have y'all read it? Them? Because I think we should all read them. That's on my list. Even if it's dark truths, even if there's lies in it, we should read it to know what these people said because these were apostles of Jesus. So these people knew Jesus more than we ever will. So he is a name. You have read them. That's awesome. I've studied in seminary. Awesome, bro. Yeah, I plan to do seminary too. God willing. Yes, sir. Amen. Hmm. Before you go, Michael, if you find a hardback that has all the Gnostic Gospels, if you can send me a link to that, that'd be awesome. Anyone ever read The Holy Virus? I have not, but I want a holy virus. I want a holy virus. Talks about two gods in the Old Testament. Yeah, Jesus and the Father. Bet, Michael. I'm not going to waste time with seminary. It'll be a good time. The guy who worked on, and bet, bro, the guy who worked on and deciphered the Dead Sea Scrolls analyzed the Bible and said that there were two gods in the Old Testament. Scrolls, yeah. There you go, Michael. So what was the other god's name? That's right, Carol. At the beginning of the book of Isaiah, God says, "Who told you to burn the incense that made him sick on this altar?" And it's clear in the beginning of Isaiah that there's two gods. That's Jesus and the Father. I'll have to look up the scripture, but when God required burning sacrifice and offerings, another guy, God wanted love and forgiveness. I think it's Abel and Cain. That's the story. It's not referencing Jesus. Interesting. Then who the heck is the other God? What the heck? That's mine. I've never heard anything like that. Yeah, it's probably referencing the Spirit. I studied it for a while and came to the conclusion, and when I looked up in Judaism, they know that in there's two gods in the Old Covenant because the Israelites were worshiping pagan gods. Okay, so they weren't. So we're going into paganism now. That's where it comes from. Okay, Baal. So he's not. They call him a god, but he's not really God. It's just Satan. But he deceives people in thinking he's a god. But Baal is not God. That is very satanic. Come here. Come jump, Rio. Come here. Interesting. Thank you for the lesson. Come here. Yeah. Please. Will you come here, Rio? Come here. Please. Say, stop looking at me. Gabriella said hi. There are one God, three persons. So I think that's how you would say it. Oh, there you are, Rio. Hmm. And I got a stomach. I gotta get that going. Hmm. Oh, thank you. Everybody say hi, Rio. RYO. Oh yeah, we communicate, Miss Carol. Sometimes in cool ways. Ain't that right, Rio? He said, yeah, with his eyes. Jews think they are separate, and that's why in Genesis it says, let us make him in our image. Catholicism is the Trinity. In our image, right. So Jews think that means that they're separate gods. What up, Mr. Tarot? Welcome in. I'm chilling with Rio. No Trinity in the Bible. That's not true. Let me find a great scripture. Sure thing. That's Trinity, or Miss Carol, that's what the Trinity is. Three persons, one God. The term isn't there, but exactly right, Michael S. Matthew 28:13. I don't have that on top of my head. Could you read that for me? That's not an argument though. It's not in the Bible doesn't make it not true or not possible. There's a lot of things that aren't in the Bible. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Three distinct. That is right. That's what we follow, Mr. Rio. That's what we follow. But yeah, saying it's not in the Bible is an argument from silence. Saying that because the Bible's silent on this, it can't be true. But that's a very uh, immature way of debating the Bible because of how many truths there are that